What's up, guys? Tony here in the house. Hopefully, you guys can hear and see me today. And I read that, Stephen. I am on time. I'm on time. Guys, give me a quick feedback. Let me know if you guys can hear and see me. Let's just do a quick audio test here. Quick audio test. I think we are good. I really think we are okay. So just give me a quick feedback. Let me know that the audio is good, video is good. Loud and clear, brother Gary Jones. Gotcha. C4 Project. Gotcha. VIP Santa Barbara. Looks and sounds good. Jack Callis, Kevin Rudel, Harold Schwinn, Stephen Mitchell. What's up? I see you. Pistol Pete. Yo, what up? Clear audio. Excellent. Sorry, guys. Last time I was late. And the audio I messed up, so this time I made sure that everything would be good. I even restarted the computer. How do you like that? All right. Well, I hope everyone's doing great. I hope you guys had a great weekend. It's Sunday over there. It's Monday morning here in Japan. I'm still in Japan right now. It's a beautiful day. I'm not going to take the chance to move the computer or move anything around. We have a good connection right now. I just don't want to chance it. What else? Good morning, Pepe Coco, Gary Jones. So quickly, all you VIP guys, type in the chat if you are a VIP or not. What's up, Russ? I see that you joined Tube Channel Secrets. I can't wait to take you along that journey. And I will be here for your support as well, of course, on another live stream that we do that pertains all to internet marketing and, building online businesses and whatnot. And I actually am working on a brand new program right now called, well, I'm not going to talk about it right now. Okay. That's going to be for another email that you guys get, a super important update. All right. So I see you. We got Richard Gomez, VIP, Pepe Coco, Perth, Australia. Wow, VIP, New York, C4 Project, VIP, everything working great. Do not touch anything. Thanks, Paul. What's up, Tony, Brian, Stephen Mitchell, VIP, Lifetime, VIP, North Carolina, Arnold, Gavin, Martin, Peter. What's up, guys? Give a quick like if you haven't. All right, so let's get started. Oh, one thing. We got a update from Adam and Zoolaa that these things will be shipping out the first week of July, the Adam X88 Infinity. So if you guys want to check that out, you can check it out at Zoolaa.com. It's on a pre-order status. So you're not going to get it unless you pre-order it. And the thing is when you order it, only order the gun alone, because the shipment is not going to come out for like another 2 months, the first week of July. So I'm just dropping the link if you guys are interested. I will be personally buying 3 of these to give away to VIP members. So we're doing a special launch. I'm getting 3 of them to give away to VIP members. So if you take a look at the site right now, it's $379.80, but this is a double tip kit combo. All right, so you're going to get the popular 1.3 and 1.4 tip kit for this gun. It comes like that in the box, and you're also getting the GunBudd ultra lighting system included. So it's a complete package with 2 tip sizes. It's not recommended to be a primer gun, although they will have a 2.0 primer tip size if you want, but I really would shy away from messing this gun up with primer, okay? I would rather use a cheaper gun for primer, a cheaper Harbor Freight or a cheaper something, or even the X20, Adam X20, instead of using this as a primer. This is more for base coat and clear coat only. All right, so just letting you know about that. So let's go to some quick Q&A. Hope everyone's doing well. I heard, some of the states are opening up right now, finally, and we still have a long ways to go, with this whole opening up thing. But whatever the case is, let's do some quick Q&A. I do have a bunch of keynote presentations lined up to create for you guys. But again, if you guys have any any ideas on what you want me to create as far as presentations, let me know in the chat here at any time if you have an idea. This way I could review it once we're finished with the call, and I could make, I was thinking of doing one with the most common paint problems, so much more. But it's just tough for me to do the actual paint videos now because I don't have a garage. You know, I'm thinking of, last week I was thinking of buying a property here, but after talking about it with my wife and yada yada, you know, it might not be the best idea. It's so tough thinking about, you know, what you want to do. You know, they say that with more money gives you more options. Now, I'm not going to say I'm like a super wealthy rich person, but the other down part is with more options, it gives you more headache as well because you have more options, because you have to figure out, all right, well, we could do this, but we could also do this, but we could do this. And there's so many pros and cons. Like, as you guys know, like I have two daughters. One is going to be 12 and one of them is 6, Allie girl. And Allie's disabled, okay? She doesn't walk, she doesn't talk, she gets seizures every day. She's on medical CBD. We've had her on this type of stuff and other brands for many years now. She's taken some pharmaceuticals. She took stem cell treatments. She's here in Japan getting other types of treatment. So, you know, as far for my younger daughter, Allie, it's actually good for her to be in Japan where there's a better support system, better health system. But for my daughter, Maya, America would be a better place. You know, it's just tough, guys. It's just tough. Anyway, guys, let's just do some quick auto body Q&A first, and then we can get to the other questions. And somebody had a question for tube cache, so we could kind of dive into all of that stuff. So let's get started. Let me just rewind. So any auto body and paint questions, let's cover that for the next 15 minutes so I can get them out of the way, so you guys can have a clear path of what you're going to do, you know, in the coming weeks or days with your project. Get you through that, and we can go from there. So quickly, let's do some quick auto body Q&A for you guys here. Let's see. I use the GunBudd on my project using the on and off setting. It keeps going on and off when painting. Any ideas? That's a little strange. Why don't you just use the, I think you said you're using this feature. Normally, when you're painting, it's not going to turn on and off unless you get really close to it. Like, this is the touchless on and off feature. So if you're just doing regular painting, it shouldn't go on and off. But if you're having an issue with that, I would just suggest just to use it, just to turn it on and off with manually with your hand. All right, that'll be a better way. Make sure it's fully charged as well, because if it's low on charge, then it might blink on and off. I've never had an issue yet, but just keep that in mind. Let's see. Stephen Mitchell, single stage for restoration work and equipment would help some. Single stage for restoration work and equipment. Stephen Mitchell, if you can elucidate on that statement. I'm thinking you're saying single stage for a keynote presentation, right? Single stage. And I actually have a set up for a PowerPoint for talking about single stage. But, you know, we are going to have the PowerPoint versions. And as soon as I get a shop, either if I move back to Hawaii or do something here, we're going to get into the actual painting and doing, like, all that stuff's going to be on video. So for you guys as well. So, you know, think of the keynotes as one part of the learning process, and then we're going to have a combination of the actual in-shop demoing, spraying, and all that stuff. So let's see. My spoiler on my GMC is fading. How do I go at it? It's all plastic. So Charlie, all you got to do, I'm not sure how much fading it is or how bad the clear coat is peeling on it. Maybe you got clear coat on it or something, but basically just sand it all down smooth. Make sure it's all feathered out. I would use a 400 grit sandpaper to just feather it all out, wet sand it, get it all nice and smooth. Then I would lay a 2K filler primer over the whole thing, 2 coats. Let that dry really good, and then wash it down with 400 grit. Then you're ready for paint. Okay, that's all you got to do. Then you're ready for basic clear coat or single stage enamel, whatever you want to do. How to repaint a 63 Chevy dash. You would do it the same exact way as you would prep and paint the outside of the car, right? So I've painted quite a few classic car dashboards and inner door rails in toward the back, steering wheel column. Steering wheel column you can take out of the classic, but the dashboard's a pain in the butt. I recommend, I mean, if you're going to be masking things up, you could mask everything up, get in there with your GunBudd light or whatever, have a fluorescent light in there or whatever, and then just basically you might need to use a smaller minigun, but get in there and just paint it. I mean, when I was doing my 67 Chevelle project, I did interior and exterior in one day. All of it, two-tone color paint job as well. So I basically went in there, crouched in there, you know, painted my dash, and it was two tones. I had a gold and blue inside. My metal door rails inside all around was gold, and then the dash was blue, and then my column was gold. And my steering wheel, I sanded down that classic steering wheel, and I painted that gold outside of the car. Right, you know, the gold skinny. I love those steering wheels. I actually have that in my 67 Chevelle. But you would basically just get in there and paint it. Base coat, clear coat, no problem. Just sand it, prime it, make sure it's prepped up the way we show you, and blast it. And you might want to just separate it into two spots. You know, two paint sessions. Do all the interior and door jambs one day. Mask everything up and do the exterior. It depends, you know, how you want to do it. So Russ says, rent the garage for videos or work it out with that neighbor. Russ, what are you talking about? Are you talking about you or Russ? Break that down a little bit more. I'm kind of like, I'm a little chopped up on what you're trying to say here. All right. Okay. I'm just going down here for, let's see. Okay, Jim, no 220 volt line access. Any decent higher volume compressor out there that I can get? No go for the 60-gallon compressor. Oh God. Well, I actually did a review for Zoolaa on compressors, and I actually had a little, let's see. The problem is if you're looking for a really good 30-gallon compressor, which I reviewed in this video here, you might want to check it out afterwards. It's going to be tough painting a complete car. You know, you need volume, you need a bigger horsepower motor to basically compress and give you that volume that you need when you're painting a full car. So what you could do, Jim, is look into airless compressors. You know, they have a electric style spray gun. I don't know yet. I didn't really look into it yet. I've heard maybe YouTube it. Electric, you know, no air compressor. They have a turbine system that you can probably use. And I will get into all of this stuff once I get my location back. It's just, I'm kind of like in the middle right now. It's tough for me to really get into it, but I promise I will be back. I've been here for a while, and I won't be going away anytime soon for you guys. I'll be around. So I would just say, Jim, research turbine systems and electric compressors. I don't know at the moment. Like, I got so many things on my plate, but soon I will have the answer for you. Okay. Let's see. Tony has a huge garage now. Tony, does dish soap destroy the car's paint? It does not destroy the car paint. Dish soap is good for degreasing your car down. Okay, if you want to just take off some wax and take off some of the oil and grime that you have on a car, it's really good to use a dish soap, especially before painting. All right, but it won't destroy the car's paint. Okay. But I wouldn't use a dish soap to wash your car all the time. I would use a good car wash. You know, I use Meguiar's. I don't know. You guys can use other things that you want. And then I use a good spray wax. You know, I use a water-based spray wax. So Chuck says, do you have to cut and buff clear coat on jams, firewall, and interior type stuff like dash? Well, I say maybe only cut and buff the highlights, or if you have a run. Usually, no. Like, you can't even really. Door jams are so crinkled up, and there's so many creases, and it's such a small area. You hardly. I mean, I've never buffed out door jams ever in painting since I was 15 years old. 22 years, I've never buffed out door jams, but I have buffed out a run in a rail that I had in a classic car. So I painted the interior. It wasn't my 67 Chevelle. I think it was my 66 GTO. I ran a little bit of clear in the door, so you basically just cut that and buff it. It was easy because it was a flat surface, maybe about 2 inches wide, super easy spot. So I would say you don't have to go buffing interior like that because it's very tough. You're going to need a little micro buffer with a little mini pad and get in there and do it. Super tedious. Usually when you're laying on thick clear coat in those little areas, they just end up looking really glossy anyway. So I wouldn't cheap out and use a cheaper clear coat. Use a good clear coat. Okay, so you're not going to get dieback, which is basically when clear coat dries over a few days, it doesn't look as glossy as how you left it, right? That's dieback. That happens mostly from cheaper clear coat. Hopefully you guys are liking this so far. Give a quick like. Let's move on. Okay, so Stephen says, single stage enamel and how to deal with runs buffing out for old vehicles, machinery, farm equipment. Okay. Buffing runs. Well, single stage, you could buff out. You could do your cutting and buffing just like base coat, clear coat. I painted a 64 Mustang. My brother's father-in-law. I painted his 64 or 66 Ford Mustang in my brother's garage in New York when I think I was just turning 17. We had complete rust repair that we welded patches on the rear quarter panels, and we did a Wimbledon white single stage complete paint job on his Ford Mustang, 64 or 66. I was 17 years old, and the job came out pristino. 21 years ago. Can you believe that? I can't even believe that. I have pictures, but I don't have any video content. YouTube wasn't around back then, guys. I'm an old fart now. Only if I started recording content 20 years ago. Oh my God. But more to come. More to come, guys. No worries. I've been doing this long enough. All right. Does Zoolaa stock the holy sanding block that you use? I don't think so. I will check for you. Let's see. I always found that 5 horsepower, 30 gallon is minimum for my Mini X16. I bought a low volume, low pressure Atom. Will that help with low compressor? Yes, low volume, low pressure. High volume, low pressure, and low volume, low pressure, they are both low pressure guns. One of them just needs more volume. It uses higher volume. So with the low volume, you don't need as much air pressure, right, for it to work, okay? And it's a really good clear coat gun, okay? The low volume, low pressure MP at Atom X is similar to the SATA RP, which is more of a clear coat gun. Okay, so, but you could spray base coat out of it as well. I've had a SATA RP back in the day. I think when I was like 17, 18, 19, I was spraying at that one single gun for like 3 or 4 years. It was a clear coat gun, SATA RP 1.4 tip. And I sprayed base coat, clear coat out of it, because I didn't have the money. I only had one spray gun, and I didn't want to be buying 2 guns, and I just thought it was stupid to have 2 guns, one for base, one for clear. I just mixed it out, right? I just cleaned it out after spraying base coat, and then I used it for clear coat. Hey, it works. And I also sprayed single stage with that gun as well. So a low volume, low pressure gun you could pretty much spray anything out of it. The technical guys say, hey, high volume, low pressure is really good for laying on base coats. Low volume, low pressure, more for clear coats. So that's for the techies out there. I found that a 1/4-inch hose does not work well when priming. Yes, a 1/4-inch coupling is okay, but a 1/4-inch hose is very small. That's not going to work when painting. You need a 3/8 hose. Correct. Big difference. 1/4-inch hose, that's like for airbrushing, but you can have a 1/4-inch coupling at the end of your 3/8 hose to plug into your gun. Okay, that's perfectly fine because you still got all that air volume coming in. It's no problem using the 1/4-inch coupling, which is the most common size anyway. Peter Miller, some comments on what features and product specification recommendations you look for with intercoat carrier clear versus finishing clear. Solids content, also time between doing each of them. Specification recommendations. Versus finishing clear. Well, I would say here's my simple answer to that, Peter. Okay, without getting very technical, because if I had to get technical, I'd have to pull up some charts and sheets and read it and look into it for you to get you that technical information. I don't have it with me in my brain right now, to be honest. But I would just say you're going to be using an intercoat carrier clear, okay, to get a more even spray and to give you more leeway and time to work with, especially if you're a newbie. So if you're spraying a pearl or flake in an intercoat carrier like the DBC 500 by PPG, which is what I use all the time if I'm using an intercoat, it's going to give you a lot more leeway, playroom. If you make a mistake, you can always sand it and redo it, okay, before putting your clear coat on. Okay, so I really recommend using that intercoat clear base coat, okay, rather than going straight with the clear coat. If you go on with a straight finishing clear coat, like you said, you're gonna have to wait the clear coat flash time for your second coat, right? Which is going to be about the same as a base coat flash time, 20 minutes. Maybe base coat's gonna dry a little quicker, okay? 5-10 minutes quicker, depending on your ambient temperature. But clear coat, you're going to want to make sure it's tacky, not stringy, and then you're going to have to lay another coat on, and then you're going to have to lay a clear coat, only clear coat on, depending on your situation. You could finish off with a micro sequence with just clear coat or pearl, because it's going to be buried in the clear. It's not going to have any effect on your clear coat sheen and gloss. It really won't, because I've finished with pearl and flake in my clear coat many, many, many times. You don't want to finish with a jumbo flake because you might get that texture and some of the flakes popping out. You're going to want to have to finish with a clear coat only over that if you're using jumbo flake. But micro sequence flake, you could finish with just spraying, 2 coats of clear with flake in it, And I would make sure that you do a drop coat. So after your last coat of clear over each panel, do like a drop coat crisscross pattern. To basically dust that in and get it all nice and glossy, Daniel Lopez, I tried priming textured plastic today. Is there a certain grit to finish before priming? I got texture still showing after 4 coats. That's very odd. Textured plastic, if you're doing a basic bumper cover with a little bit of texture in it, it's very minimal. Right? You're not going to have a lot of huge texture anyway. So what I do is wash it down with 400 grit. You can use a Scotch-Brite pad, okay? I spray 2 or 3 coats of filler primer on it, and then I wash it down flat with 400 grit. That should get rid of all the texture. Done. Okay? So you're going to want to make sure if you're still getting texture after priming, it means you didn't cut it flat, because when you're priming over textured surfaces, it'll fill in all of that texture, but you will still see that on the finished product of your primer because you didn't cut it. You're going to have to make sure you cut that down. You sand it flat, right? Then you would get that gloss finish. All right, hopefully that makes sense. C4, any info on Pearl I asked about? Let me go back to see if you have a question on Pearl, C4. I'm going all the way back. I don't see any question on Pearl that you wrote. You just said will do, yes, VIP, and then you talked about Pearl. So if you want to bring that up again, we could quickly just kind of cover that. All right, Jeff Z, I have some slight dings on paint that's in good shape. How far do I need to sand down the area of the ding to use filler, primer, bare metal? So here's the thing. You don't have to go down to bare metal if you have a little ding, okay? I usually just scuff that whole area with 80 grit, cover it with filler, block it flat, prime it, and you could paint it, okay? Prime it, cut it, and paint it. You don't have to go all the way down to bare metal. All right. If you have a couple of dings here and there, just scuff it up with 80 grit, fill it, and prime it. Okay. Some people out there are going to say, no, Tony, you're going to have to go down to metal. I mean, I've never had an issue. You know, been doing this for over 20 years. I never had an issue with it. So if you want to go down to bare metal, go down to bare metal, but it's not needed. Okay. From my experience of doing this stuff. So it's up to you. I don't. If you want to go down to bare metal, feel free to do that. And you might have, you know, scratching coming up in your paint job. I don't know. It depends. It's how you prep your job up. Sean, Tony, I sprayed my car today and it came out awesome. 4 coats of base and 2 coats of clear with minimal runs. Dude, Sean, send me some pictures at tony@learnautobodyandpaint.com. Send me some pictures. I'd love to see it. Tony, do you think Husky air compressors are good? Well, guys, let me bring a truth bomb to you. So I try to go to SEMA every year just to hang out, meet some people, network, meet some vendors and whatnot. And I was talking to a air compressor vendor there who had about 10 or 12 different brands of air compressors. Okay. Husky, DeWalt, Bel Air makes all of them. So, you know, it really manufacturers who make all of the brands of compressors. It's coming from the same place. So keep that in mind. It's just another brand, okay, on top and brand and sticker on top of the air compressor. It's just the truth. So I think Husky is good. I have a Bel Air. Quincy is different. Quincy is its own manufacturer, and they make really good air compressors. They're just a little bit more pricier as well. We had a Quincy 90-gallon at my dad's auto body shop back in the day, and that thing was quiet. It was a 3-phase, super quiet. You know, 2 people could be painting, 1 person could be doing like auto body work, no problem with air. You know, it was a beast. So yeah. So it says, can you explain the difference between the clearest for Solus Go? I don't understand the question. I know Solus is that red paint, correct? From Mazda. I don't know what you're trying to ask there. Arnold says, blending pearl, Tony, is what C4 is talking about. I believe he asked you on Thursday and you never answered the question. Can I get more of a detailed, thank you, Arnold. Can I get more of a detailed question on that? So Jim says, I have a non-bodywork question. Froze up. Looks like we're live here. The C4 project. Can you check the Facebook VIP group for the details? All right, I will try to get in there. Okay, I'm live, brother. Okay, great. I don't know what happened there. All right, I will try to check that. All right, Kelvin Walker, we will talk about solids and clear coat on a Keynote presentation. But the higher the solids, the harder the clear coat is going to be. Okay, it's more, you got more clear coat solids in there. Okay, so the high solids is a very good clear coat. And we're going to get into the technical details of that on a Keynote. All right, that's more for Keynote presentation, so I can kind of break it down a lot better for you. I'll tell you what, C4 Project, can you send me a link to what you want me to check out in Facebook, please? Send a link to Tony at learnautobodyandpaint.com. All right, guys, I got to head out. I will see you on Thursday night. I hope everything is going well for everybody. We're going to be doing something special this month. I'm helping Zoolaa out, and we're going to be doing something special for all Atom and stuff like that. And you're going to be able to win a Atom X88 spray gun. Okay, you're going to be able to win a free X88 spray gun. More details coming in the email, so check your emails out when you get a chance later this week or early next week. All right, guys, I got to head out right now. We're on about a little over 30 minutes. I will talk to you soon. Have a great rest of your Sunday evening. Talk to you soon, guys. Be safe, be cool, and we'll see you on Thursday night, all right? Talk to you soon, guys. Peace out. Guys, if you got to send me some pictures, please send me pictures to Tony at learnautobodyandpaint.com. Yes, Russ. Can't you work out a deal with the neighbor, the painter in Japan, do some videos? Yes, I will. We want to do something. So I'm actually meeting him on Wednesday. We're going to go hang out. So hopefully, he's actually in the process of looking for a garage as well. So it's a little tricky process. You know, he doesn't have a garage at the moment. He just moved out of his shop. So definitely, I will try to be getting some paint videos in Japan while I'm here. I'm not sure. I might be leaving here, depending on this whole coronavirus BS and all of that. I'm supposed to be getting back to Hawaii in the first week of July, but it might be more of August or September. I don't know. But the good news is, if I'm in Hawaii, I can make auto body videos all year long because there's no winter. And I usually kind of like hibernate for auto body stuff during the winter. But it won't be happening. You know, I won't have to do that if I'm in Hawaii. It'll be like 24/7, 365. You could be painting projects anytime on Oahu, my home island, Oahu. All right, guys. Aloha. Thanks for getting on. Talk to you soon next week. Peace out. Have a great evening. See you guys next week, Thursday night. All right, guys. Talk to you soon. Thanks for jumping on. Bye.